The most important quality in a leader is that of being acknowledged as such. All leaders whose fitness is questioned are clearly lacking in force. Memory is a great artist. For every man and for every woman, it makes the recollection of his or her life a work of art and an unfaithful record. Every 10 years, you should delete from your mind a few ideas that your experience has proven to be false. It is better to teach a few things perfectly than many things indifferently. Experience is valuable only when it has brought suffering, and when the suffering has left its mark upon both body and mind. Few are they who have never had a chance to achieve happiness, and fewer are those who have taken that chance. Men fear silence as they fear solitude because both give them a glimpse of the terror of life's nothingness. The first recipe for happiness is avoid too lengthy meditation on the past. A marriage without conflicts is almost as inconceivable as a nation without crisis. A happy marriage is a long conversation which always seems too short. The greedy search for money or success will almost always lead men into unhappiness. Why? Because that kind of life makes them depend upon things outside themselves. Without a family, man, alone in the world, trembles with the cold. A successful marriage is an edifice that must be rebuilt every day. To be witty is not enough. One must possess sufficient wit to avoid having too much of it. Smile, for everyone lacks self-confidence, and more than any other one thing a smile reassures them. The difficult part of an argument is not to defend one's opinion, but rather to know it. There are certain persons for whom pure truth is a poison. In literature, as in love, we are astonished at what is chosen by others. No one can be profoundly original who does not avoid eccentricity. If you create an act, you create a habit. If you create a habit, you create a character. If you create a character, you create a destiny. Above all things, never be afraid. The enemy who forces you to retreat is himself afraid of you at that very moment. Conversation would be vastly improved by the constant use of 4 simple words. I do not know. We appreciate frankness from those who like us. Frankness from others is called insolence. Business is a combination of war and sport. We owe to the Middle Ages the 2 worst inventions of humanity, romantic love and gunpowder. Growing old is no more than a bad habit which a busy person has no time to form. Self-pity comes so naturally to all of us. The most solid happiness can be shaken by the compassion of a fool. A true woman loves a strong man because she knows his weaknesses. She protects as much as she is protected. Lost Illusion is the undisclosed title of every novel. The difficult part in an argument is not to defend one's opinion, but rather to know it. The art of growing old is the art of being regarded by the oncoming generations as a support and not as a stumbling block. Only passions can raise a man above the level of the animal. To reason with poorly chosen words is like using a pair of scales with inaccurate weights. He who has found a good wife has found great happiness, but a quarrelsome woman is like a roof that lets in the rain. To desire to be perpetually in the society of a pretty woman until the end of one's days is as if, because one likes good wine, one wished always to have one's mouth full of it.